Well, hey there. This is Dr. Chris Grimbliss with Always and Forever. Just another moment or two of some thoughts in terms of making the most of your marriage. One of the major challenges that is addressed in nearly every book on marriage that I have ever seen, ever read, addresses the matter of communication between husband and wife. So I wanted to dwell on that from a particular perspective. The title of this little blurb today is Cause Me to Hear It. Cause me to hear it. Okay. Communication between husband and wife is not a new challenge. It is rather a common marital challenge. If it were not a common marital challenge, it would not be addressed in nearly every book on the subject of marriage. The fact that it's addressed in nearly every book on the subject of marriage tells us it's more common than we would like it to believe. And listen, if this is an issue that has plagued other marriages, multitudes of marriages, well, why should we be excused in our marriages? What we're special? We're not going to have any communication problems? Yeah, every marriage runs into it once in a while. Okay. Now, there are a lot of reasons for communication breakdowns within a marriage. But I'm not here to talk about all the reasons. There could be 150 reasons for marital communications breakdown. Okay. Often, however, it's not the husband's fault. Wait. It's not the wife's fault. There's this thing somewhere where men's minds and women's minds work differently. And what she says is not what he hears. And what he hears is not what she says. Okay? And listen, what he says, it's not what she hears. And what she hears, it's not what he says. Okay? It comes out of the woman's mouth and she's saying one thing. He hears something else. Comes out of his mouth and he's saying one thing and she's saying, why isn't he responding? Okay. So it's often as much on the listener as it is on the speaker. Now, this means that communications, like so many other areas of marriage, takes a little work. Okay. So where do we start? Well, let's consider Song of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 13. Thou that dwellest in the gardens, the companions hearken to thy voice, cause me to hear it. So let's paraphrase this. I heard your voice. I was in with a bunch of other people. Everybody heard what you said. But I want to hear what you're really saying. Okay, husband and wife go out and they're in a store. Pick a store. Kohl's, J.C. Penney, doesn't matter. Okay. The wife finds a dress. She goes in and she tries it on. When she comes out of the fitting room, she asks her husband, "Does this dress make me look fat?" She just asked him a no-win question. Okay. There's virtually no right answer for that question. If he says no, the implication is that she's fat and the dress hides it. If he says yes, well, then he's really in the doghouse. All right. She's asked a question and I don't know what to make of what she said. Cause me to hear it. Help me to understand what you really mean when you speak. The wife says, "I don't feel like cooking tonight." The husband should say, "Gee, honey, let's go out to dinner." Okay? Because that's what she's asking for. That's not what she said, but that's what she's asking for. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's not, "Oh, I don't feel like cooking tonight." Oh, well, what do you want to do for dinner then? No. You understand what I'm saying? Tell me what you really mean when you speak. Then think of it this way. Husband, your wife speaks to you. Your desire should be to give her a loving, wise, and honest response. Okay. Wife, when your husband talks, wait, maybe it just went over your head, but you want to give him an honest, loving, and wise answer. So how do you do that? Hey, cause me to hear it. I want to know what you really meant. I want to know what you said. Okay. Listen, I may hear your words, but if I don't hear your meaning, then I'm not going to get what you're actually saying, and I will not be able to give you the sincere answer that you deserve. Listen, every husband deserves a sincere answer from his wife, and every wife deserves a sincere answer from her husband. But if we don't get what each other's saying, if I don't pick up what Michelle's putting down, or she doesn't pick up what I'm putting down, there's no way to give that wise and loving and honest and sincere answer. There's not, because we haven't understood what's being said. We might have heard it, but did we understand it? Okay. So when we talk to each other, when there's something that really we need to get, we shouldn't be afraid to say to our spouses, hey, cause me to hear it. Listen, sweetheart, this is what I just heard. Is this what you meant? Cause me to hear what you mean. Okay. Listen, without it, if you don't help me to cause, if you don't cause me to hear what you said, if you don't cause me to hear it, I'm never going to give you the response that helps your heart and helps your mind. I need you to cause me to hear it. So help your spouse to understand what you're really saying. Let your spouse know it's important enough for you to say, cause me to hear it. It'll help the communication in your marriage in a great and huge way. And hopefully that'll be just another way of making the most of your marriage. Well, I hope it's been a blessing to you today. I hope it's been an encouragement. Go out, talk to one another, and then really listen. And when you don't quite understand, don't be afraid to say, cause me to hear it. Go out there and have a great marriage on purpose.